That's it.
You see any other things we missed? You don't think we missed anything else? After close to 3 weeks of shipping time from Agile Offroad and several emails asking where the package is and why hasn't it shipped, the sway bar finally arrived. And I need a sway bar because I didn't get one from the factory when the Sprinter was built. It was never installed. I don't know why. I discovered this missing component when I installed the Agile Off-Road RIP Kit. So I figured I would buy the sway bar from them because they have it on their website. Okay, so first things first, we're getting this thing unboxed, examining all our parts and laying them out in preparation for install. The first thing I noticed about this kit is that the linkages were the exact same size as the one that came with the RIP kit itself. So if you happen to run in the same sequence of purchase situation as I do, where you purchase the RIP kit and then you realize you don't have a sway bar, so then you buy the sway bar, you can just tell them not to send the Mercedes links if you're not going to use those, and you're just going to use the RIP kit links because they're the exact same size. And you could check this with them too, but they are the same size at the time of this recording. 441 grams. Agile Off-Road one. 542.
Which one?
The sway bar is going to install with 4 T55 Torx bolts. Try not to lose them, and make sure none of your people who are helping you out lose those either, because then you have to find them. All in the journey though. Okay, so once you got that part and tool, you're going to need some 19 millimeter sockets to install the other linkage bolts and nuts. Alright, in preparation for install, I put these linkages on either side. I don't know if they go on that side or this side, so I just have them loosely there because it's easier to install here than when we get on the van, under the van. So we're going to do blue Loctite on all these bolts and nuts. Let's start by getting everything connected loosely. Then we'll come back and tighten everything. So we got this link bolted on there, this link bolted on here. Now we'll go to the other side. So now we're going to go and install this lower bolt. Okay, now do the same thing on the other side. After an extensive search, I found the missing bolt on the garage floor. Crisis averted. I'm going to torque these to 75 foot-pounds. Maybe I shouldn't do 75. Alright, truth be told, I had the torque wrench too tight or too high, and because I don't have a spec for these bolts, I just got them snug and then marked them as snugly tight with the paint pen so that I can inspect this after its first test drive and then at regular intervals going forward. Alright, now let's get these other linkages tight. And by tight I mean snug, and by snug I mean we pre-tension with the impact all 4 linkages, and then we go to about 100 foot-pounds with the torque wrench. So I never made it to 100 on this one either. I just got that nut covering that bolt and it was pretty snug. So then I just hit it with the paint pen. I didn't want to compress that bushing too much because this is made to move, and that's just what I did. So you do you. Okay, I think I was a little over ambitious with these 100 foot-pounds of guesstimated torque, so I never made it to 100 on these ones either. Probably somewhere in the 60s or 70s. I can feel the bolts are snug, and any farmer would approve of this job. So I'm going to just paint pin my nut placements and keep on going. Okay, similar strategy on this side, just tensioning with the torque wrench set at 100, never getting there, but getting to where the bolt and nut feel pretty tight and that the nut is completely covering the bolt, so the threads are just sticking out. And that is where I stop. So we have even tension on either side. We paint pin and inspect later and adjust if we need to.
Let's see how much threads are on your side. Let's go.
Why are any of these clicking?
Because I have we're not hitting that 100 pounds of torque.
What were we doing that last week with the other?
It depends what we're tightening.
I thought
Since these bolts are like right on bushings, I'm apprehensive to push it to 100, and I didn't like look up a torque spec for these, so I'm just going on instinct.
Okay.
Do you ever do that?
No.
Okay.
Where's the next one?
I don't see any paint on this lower on these two bolts,
Okay.
so we might have forgotten to torque them. I'm gonna lower the torque wrench down to 70.
Are these the same size?
I think so. Is it fitting?
There it goes.
Okay. I don't know if we torqued that one.
You just click it?
Yep. Or I don't think we torqued it last week. I think we missed it. It's good to do some inspections and use your paint pen when you do torque. Would go a little more. Okay. Alright.
That's it?
You see any other things we missed? You don't think we missed anything else?
Alright, so for that rear strut, I actually think it was torqued. We just forgot to paint pin it, but no reason to not hit it again just because it wasn't marked, and make sure that it was in a good torque range, because that is an important safety component of the Starship. In any case, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for watching, and we will see you around.